Hi. In this lesson, we are going to learn about switch statements. In the previous lesson, we have seen if else, and if else if. Also, we have seen the ternary operator, also called conditional operator. The switch statements or switch constructs are related to if and else. Let's see some examples. We are asking user to enter a number between 1 and 12. If the number is between 1 and 6, we are printing it is between 1 and 6, and we are also checking for 7 and 12. Then if it is not between 1 and 12, we are printing the same, saying this is not between 1 and 12. For the same input value, let's consider a different situation or different case. In this case, we are checking against values, like if it is 1, we are printing January. If it is 10, we are printing October. If it is not between 1 and 12, we are printing invalid month. Let's see one more example. In this case, we are checking whether the month is January, February or December. In that case, we are printing winter. In other cases, we are printing the corresponding season. So we have seen three cases where we are using if and else. Okay, let me write one more here. I forgot to write else case. Okay. So in the first case, we are checking whether it is between particular range, like between 1 and 6. But in the second case, we are checking the input value against some constants, like between 1 and 12. Also in the third case also, even though we have only 4 statements checking against 12 values, still we are checking against all those 12 values individually. Of course, there is a OR operator, but still we are checking the input value against some constant values. So that is the difference between case 1, case 2 and case 3. Case 1 is checking for a range, case 2, case 3 are checking for some constant values. Whenever you are checking against some constant values, the if else can be replaced or can be written in a different way that is more readable. Okay, so that is the reason here we are getting a not warning exactly, but a hint. Hint is saying replace chain of ifs with switch. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, let's convert that. Okay, I am going to keep it here and I am copy pasting. Click on this one and convert to if else. Okay, it has converted our if else chain into a switch statement. Let's compare them once. Even the first one looks like a less code and second one looks like a lot of code, actually second one is more readable. If the input value, I mean it is the case, if it is this, if it is case 1, then it is January. If it is 2, February. So here reading like if else is not readable. Okay, the switch statement is more readable compared to if else sequence. So that is the reason here switch statement is preferred. Whenever you are checking input value against some particular constants, then switch is preferable because of the readability. Also we will see some other features of switch statement. We can convert the other one to switch. Let's do that. So in this case, this is how it looks. Let me copy paste. Okay, so if you see here, what is more readable? In this case, you have to scan across, but here you can simply see this is 9, 10, 11, it is autumn. 12, 1, 2, it is winter. So second case, that is using switch, it is more readable. Okay, now let's write a switch statement for ourselves instead of generating something using NetBeans. Here we are reading a value. Okay, let me print let me print the message again, because this time we want a value between 1 and 5. Okay, we are reading a value between 1 and 5. Then if it is 5, we will say, I mean, these are grades, nothing but on the scale of 1 to 5. 5 is best, 4 is good, 3 and 2 need improvement, 1 needs reevaluation. Meaning we don't get students with grade 1. So whoever evaluated it, they did not evaluate properly, so they need to reevaluate. That's okay. How do we write our switch statement? So first we start with switch. On which value we want to switch. Basically, this is the expression, switch expression. We want to use input value. Then switch will have a block, just like if having a block, switch is also having a block. This is called switch block. Okay, it will have cases. In case of 5, then semicolon. What do you want to do? Okay, I will say best. Rating is best, or let me keep it simple and I will write best. Then case 4, good. Case 3, same is the case with case 2. Okay, so if the user entered none of these values, I want to print something. Like for example, in the previous case, we were saying else. So this is the default statement that will get executed if none of these conditions are satisfied. So we have the same thing here also. If the input value is not in any of these cases, then we want to print a message. So that is the default. So default case. Okay. So this is how we write our switch statement. But there is one thing to remember. How does switch work? So basically switch statement will take the input value, it will match with the cases. For example, user entered 3. So it will match to this particular case. From here onwards, it will start executing whatever statements we have. Let's see that in example. Let's see that by running this. Okay. I'm entering 7. 7 is between 7 and 12. Then this is the first if else corresponding case statement. First case if else, sorry, if else statement, and this is related to switch. Then this is the one we are writing. So we want to enter 3. So if it is 3, so case 3, it should print only needs improvement, but it has printed needs improvement, needs reevaluation, grade is not in the scale of 1 to 5. So what is happening here? Basically, once it matches a case, it will go on executing all the statements unless it encounters a break statement. So here if I write break statement, what happens is the value of 3 matches with this particular case 3. So it starts executing from here and it breaks here. Okay. But that is not we want, right? I mean, if it is 5, we simply want to print best. If it is 3, we simply want to print only 1 needs improvement, not 2 needs improvement. So generally every case will end with a break. Anyhow, this one has, and default one need not have break, but this is a good idea to keep break there as well. For example, tomorrow someone who prefers default at the beginning may change it there. I mean, default need not be at the end, it can be anywhere. So if this break is missing, what happens is if the input value doesn't match any of these, it will match with default, and from there onwards it will start printing all these statements. Let's see that. Okay. So it started printing from there 1 to 5. It said grade is not on the scale of 1 to 5, but it said best at the same time, right? So that is the reason. Even default case should have a break. It is a good practice basically. Okay, we can move these breaks here for more readability. Okay, I'm moving the default statement back to the end. Okay, so till now what did we understand? We have a switch expression. Based on the value of this expression, it is going to match one of the cases. From there onwards, it is going to get executed. It is going to execute all the statements till it encounters a break. So every case should be having a break ideally. Okay, let's run it again. So in this case 4 is good, so only we got one statement, that is good. Okay, now if we see here, we are doing the same thing for case 3 and case 2. So why do we want to duplicate our code? What we can do is case 3 and case 2. In both cases, we want to do the same thing. We don't need to write it twice. So if it matches case 3 or case 2, go ahead and execute this one. So this is a good way of writing it. We don't want to duplicate. So that is all about switch statement. But there are few other items we need to know. The first one we have already seen. Execution of statements in the switch block falls through labels. Nothing but till it encounters a break, it will go on executing. So it is falling from one label, or this is called a label. Case 3 is a label, case 2 is a label, from one label to another label till it encounters a break statement. And the expression that we are writing here, or the value on which we are switching, it should be a char, byte, short, int. So these are all numbers. So we have seen that apart from these numbers, whole numbers, also it cannot be long. It can be only byte, short, int. Apart from these three values, it can be char, string, or enum. I will show you those three things in an example. Then no two of the case statements can be same. What does that mean? If I write case 3, it is an error. It cannot be repeated. Okay, so error message says the same thing. Duplicate case label, we can't have that. No duplicate case labels. Then cannot have a case with null. For example, it cannot be null. We haven't seen nulls yet. Okay, but it cannot be null. So just remember, when we start learning about object references, there null comes into picture, and at that time please remember it cannot be null. Also it can be of enum type. What is enum? We are going to see that in very detail in one of the lessons, but for now this is how enum is defined. Okay, for example, the best way to understand is byte is a primitive data type. It has values from 188 to 127. So I am repeating again, byte is a primitive type and it can have the values from 128 to 127. So it can have total 256 values. Here direction is my own data type, or the data type that I defined. Okay, the data type direction can have only 4 values: north, south, east, and west. So that is about enum in a simple terms, but that is not actual enum is. This is the simplest form of enum, and those are the statements to understand enum in a simple way. Okay, so let's go ahead and write some cases. So for example, here I am taking a character, then I am switching on that character, and here I am writing a case for C. Okay, so because the char value is A, it is going to execute default statement. Okay, next we are taking a string, we are going to switch on string, so the case labels should be strings. Okay, so where did I miss that one? Okay, so the statement is missing here. The statement says case labels should be compatible with case expression. Whatever you are using here, they should be compatible. So here I should write only string. Okay, so if I'm switching on a string value, the case label should be strings. Okay, that is about that. And also we can have only one default statement. We cannot have multiple default statements. So if you write this one, it will say multiple default labels. Okay. We have already seen this one. No two of case constants can be same, or case labels cannot be same. Okay, these are the only 6 things we need to remember when we are using the switch case. First one is very important. Execution of statements in switch block falls through labels. Second one is case labels should be compatible with case expression. Third rule is we can use the expression of type char, byte, short, int, string and enum. Okay, I haven't explained enum type. I will do that after I recap. No two of case statements can be same, or case labels cannot be same. Also, we cannot have duplicate default statements or default case statements. Also, we cannot have null. Okay, these are the 6 things we need to remember. And let me quickly show you on this enum. So direction is a type. So instead of int or char, I will write direction. So I am creating a variable, and the value, as I said, I mean, instead of -128 to 127, I can assign only north, south, east and west. So this is how we access that north, south, east and west. So now if I switch on this one, here I can write only one of those 5 values. For example, here I can write direction dot north or south. Okay, but we are getting an error, right? So that is because we cannot write the whole thing, just we need to write that north, south, because it already knows from this one it is pointing to one of the directions. So it knows, so we should only give north and south, but that is not the case with creating the direction variable. Okay, this is how we create variables, and this is how we write switch statements or switch labels when we are writing a switch construct. Okay, that is all about switch. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and share it with others.